Welcome to Our Mountains. I'm Rhonda Brashear.
I'm Dean Osborne.
And I'm Joel Brashear, and you can probably hear I'm not in the best of voices today. I'm a little raspy, a little hoarse.
Good bass.
I promise I won't be doing any singing. But a place that you will hear some great singing is coming up here in Hyden in just a couple weeks, and that is the Hyden Citizens Bank Osborne Brothers Hometown Festival. Dean, will you tell the folks a little bit more about it?
I'd be glad to, Joel. We've got our 24th annual festival coming up. Hyden Citizens Bank is our founding sponsor, and they'll be there to present a great show over 3 days. We've got some new acts that have never been to the festival before, and we'll be telling you more about that in the coming weeks. But we want you to hold the dates, August 3rd, 4th, and 5th for our Osborne Brothers Hometown Festival. It's at the Bobby Osborne Pavilion at the Nixon Center. It's a corner of Wendover and 421, and you just wouldn't believe the ticket price that we have, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. It's to benefit our local volunteer fire departments in Leslie County, as it has been every year that we've had the festival. Great food, great music, and most important, a great family atmosphere. You can bring your kids and all your family, not worry about the content of the show. We'll take care of that, and we'll have a great time.
It's a wonderful time.
That's good. You know, Lloyd College has been represented on our show in many ways. We've had Richard Bowers and his family singing. We've had the Voices of Appalachia. And Joel, you spent some time over there recently, didn't you?
I did. I got to spend some time with the president of the college, several of the students and faculty, and got to share some of their stories. So I thought I'd share that with you guys at home.
Yeah, take a look.
It came about from the very beginning. Students who came here worked. And we, as an institution, it's a requirement. We require all of our students to work. We're part of the work program, which it's mandatory. Our incoming freshmen tend to get jobs that upperclassmen don't want. They all work a minimum 2 hours per day to help defray some of the cost of education. Of course, not all of it. And it's a commitment that we make to any of our students from our service area. Oh, they do everything. They run labs, they run our offices, they clean bathrooms, they mow grass, they haul the garbage off. Pretty good labor force. And when they graduate, they get a work diploma as well as a regular diploma, work certificate to go along with their diploma. And our kids are in demand when they graduate.
For almost 100 years, Lloyd College has been a shining example of education here in eastern Kentucky.
We have 17 majors. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 students. It can vary, 620, and that's pretty consistent and has been consistent for a number of years. We added, I think, 4 majors over the span of the past 3 or 4 years, and we eliminated a couple of majors in that time as well.
And the students at Lloyd love the close relationships they're able to make with their professors.
Very close, one-on-one definitely, almost, because like I said, the class sizes are very small. Even like, when I'm in the Hunger Den and like I see one and I have a question, I can just ask them right there instead of, emailing them and ask them, when are you available? And like at some other place I might be like, oh, you can have an appointment with me in like a week, but right there you can talk to him right there, and it's just, I have a very good relationship with at least 4 or 5, especially my biology professors, because they're the one that I see the most.
Well, my experience at Lloyd has been a great one, to say the least. I'm going to be really sad to leave here after this semester, but I've gained so many friends here, so many professors that really care for me. I've gotten to know them like a one-on-one basis. They know me by name. I see them on campus and they talk to me. So I at least have like a network of people that are on my side. So I'm thankful for all the opportunities that I've gotten here. They've really gave me a solid education, and I feel comfortable with moving on to Marshall for the School of Pharmacy. I think I have a well-kept resume, and I'm just thankful for all the people that I've met here.
Lloyd College prides itself on instructing the whole person and not just academically.
Obviously, I wasn't around when Alice and Miss June was here and getting the school started. But now, years later, reflecting back, I'm convinced I'm one of those students that when they have visioned the school, that really took advantage and really needed this environment to succeed. The small family atmosphere, the ethical, the ethics, the morals, the rigorous expectations in the classroom, on the ball court, just lifelong lessons that I've learned while I was here, and even in conversations with people since then, carry over into my everyday life. You know, I learned if you want to be successful, you got to work hard. You know, the work study program here was just a great tool to teach kids that, you know, you got to work. You got to go the extra mile. You got to do things maybe they don't have to do other places to be successful. So, you know, I just believe to be successful, you've got to obviously have knowledge, but in my profession with 1,000 employees, the successful people are the people that are willing to do whatever it takes. And I think my time here really helped instill some of those very key values to help me to be successful throughout my career.
In a changing economy, Alice Lloyd has introduced a new program to shepherd the next generation of business leaders here in the mountains.
Unfortunately, we have seen too many of our friends, our family members, leave Appalachian communities in order to find opportunity. So we are trying not only to create opportunity, but also to enable our students with a skill set to help create their own opportunities and opportunities for our Appalachian communities. Most of the entrepreneurship courses are essentially business courses that are geared to students who can see themselves one day opening a business. So one of our courses is business law geared toward entrepreneurship. So we talk a lot about contracts, about structuring businesses. How do you structure them? What is the process? What is the best legal way to structure a business? We teach business planning courses where students actually create business plans. I have one student right now who has graduated with a minor and is opening the business with his father that he's already written a business plan for here at the college. So some really exciting opportunities for students.
At Alice Lloyd, students can virtually start taking classes at birth.
We just built a preschool program. There's not another private college in the state, to my knowledge, that has one, which makes us unique. We're licensed for 36. We have 32. It's broken into 3 rooms: a baby room, a toddler room, and a preschool room. We also operate a K through 12 that's called the June Buchanan School. We have 116 students. We're small. We want to stay small.
June Buchanan is a K through 12 school. We actually have a preschool program as well. So some students come as early as 6 weeks of age and graduate as a senior at June Buchanan. They then go on to Alice Lloyd College, where you can get preschool through a bachelor's degree and never get past the stop signs, which is kind of amazing.
And for those who have gone through the college, they say it has literally changed their lives.
The academics at Alice Lloyd are amazing, absolutely amazing. As an adult now in the community and as someone who hires employees from Alice Lloyd College, you just see a difference in the students, whether it's from the leadership program that they have here, the dress code that they instill. The students, they're just top notch. The classes that we have had us definitely prepped for the real world. We were able to take part in a KASP program, which allowed me to do different things in the state of Kentucky, to go and do educational opportunities, leadership roles. Even with the government, we were able to take part in some bills that came up for the state of Kentucky.
To me, Alice Lloyd College is a key that opens doors for kids and our communities to continue to thrive in an economically depressed area in the United States. And I think their mission and core values and what they're doing for this region and for these kids and the generations of kids that follow those kids that's here is it's just life-changing. It's for the community, for those kids, for the mountains. It's just impressive, I guess would be a word. Just really impressive what they do for our community.
But the work that Alice Lloyd College does comes with great financial commitment.
Donors are important to Alice Lloyd because You know, you've heard President Stepp talk about how we are a work college. You've heard everyone else talk about the work college model. But the work college model doesn't completely support the tuition for our students. We do guarantee tuition, which means that our students don't pay anything out of pocket for their tuition, but we have to find a way to support that. Unlike the other work colleges in America, we don't have the endowment yet to support that. Even though our endowment's growing, it's not where it needs to be to support the education of each student. And therefore, we rely on a nationwide donor base to support our students.
If you would like more information on Alice Lloyd College, there are several ways for you to contact them.
If you'd like more information about Alice Lloyd College, you can find us on the web at www.alc.edu. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, or follow us on Twitter. You can also reach out to us toll-free at 888-280-4ALC.
Thanks, Joel. Alice Lloyd College surely is a special place. Now, when we come back from the break, Mandy Ray is going to sing for us. Stay right there.
I'm Nina Harris, and I'm assistant professor at Frontier Nursing University, and I'm also a nurse midwife and a nurse practitioner.
At Frontier Nursing University, it's more than an education, it's a calling. Answer the call.
Welcome back to our mountains. You know, folks, our program wouldn't be possible without great sponsorship partners. One of those partners is Frontier Nursing University. There's some fringe benefits with a sponsor like that. You have great staff members that work for them, but you also have some great talent in those staff members. We've got one of them with us. She's been with us a couple times before. We're going to listen to her version of Your Cheating Heart. Here's Mandy Ray. I told you folks you would like Mandy Ray. What a great talent. When we come back from break, we're going to go to Rhonda's Country Kitchen. Miss Rhonda's going to have a great recipe for angel food cake. Don't go away.
One voice, unifying banking in Kentucky, our Commonwealth. We are the Kentucky Bankers Association. We are the KBA. The KBA is a nonprofit trade organization that has been providing legislative, compliance, education, and vendor solutions to its member institutions since 1891. The KBA's directors and staff work together with its members to make the financial services industry in Kentucky a more effective and successful place to work. The mission of the KBA is to provide effective advocacy for banks in Kentucky and on a national level. We strive to serve as a reliable and responsive source of information and education about areas of interest to the Kentucky banker. The strength of the Kentucky Bankers Association is bankers unifying as an industry to speak as one voice. With one voice, we are a commonwealth.
Frontier Nursing University is committed to better care for women and families. Our nurse midwife and nurse practitioner programs rank among the top in the nation, and our graduates are passionate leaders who serve rural and underserved communities around the world. Frontier.edu.
Folks, welcome back to Our Mountains. Now, over the years, we've had tons of great desserts on the show. From coal miner's cake to iron skillet chocolate pie, Mom's made tons of delicious treats for us. And today she's got something a little different that I think you're going to enjoy. It's her take on an angel food cake. Mom?
Today we're going to be turning an angel food cake into a special cake. It would be great for Mother's Day, birthdays, holidays. It tastes really good and it looks beautiful. Now, angel food cakes can be a little bit temperamental. It says to not use plastic bowls. You need to wash your mixer, your beaters, and your bowl and have everything really, really clean. So today, this recipe, it's a two-step recipe. You whip your egg white mixture first. And I'm using, I think it's a Hospitality brand. It's a really good brand. And it calls for 1 1/3 cups of water. We're going to do the egg whites first. Angel food cakes are very popular because they're virtually fat-free. You only use the egg whites of the egg, not the yolk, and it's not too sweet, so it's pretty healthy as far as cakes go. One of the traditions in the Brashear family, Aunt Jean used to make one every Christmas, and she'd bring it down, but she made it from scratch. And I think she used 12 egg whites. I didn't do that today. We're using a good mix. So my egg whites are starting to foam up very well. You want them to get pretty stiff. I want to turn my mixer up. All right, I think we finally got there. You can see the stiff peaks are standing up. So the next part of this recipe is to put in the flour mixture. And it says do not use electric mixer. You're going to whisk this in fourths. So about 1/4, fold it in. If you do this right, your cake is going to rise up and be just beautiful. It's not going to have any air bubbles in it, and it's going to taste really, really good. 3. Just gently fold it in. And 4. Now I'm going to be putting this in an angel food cake pan and baking it immediately. You don't want to let this sit out on the counter even for 5 minutes. You want to put this in the oven. Okay. Now before you put this in the oven, you want to tap it on the counter just a few times. That gets any of the air bubbles out. We're going to put it on the very lowest rack in the oven, 375 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. The cake is done and ready to come out of the oven. I'm going to turn it upside down and let it cool. Now it's important to put it upside down because if you don't, it will shrink down into the pan. This way it keeps the lightness and the airiness of it. Tell you what. That way. There we go. Now we're going to let that sit there for a while till it cools, and then we're going to do something really special with the cake. The angel food cake came out very nice, don't you think? So the first thing we're going to do is slice it in half. So I have a bread knife here, and I'm going to just try to do the straightest line that I can. And I'm going to just saw right through it. And it's probably not going to be level, but that's okay. Now take the top layer off and put it to the side. Now you could do 2 cakes if you want. It's up to you, but I'm just going to make one and it's going to be very tall. So the filling that goes in between the layers, you use 8 ounces of cream cheese, a cup of powdered sugar, and an 8-ounce container of frozen whipped topping. Just mix those up with a mixer. And see how easy this is. Things you probably have right there in your pantry. Mix that up. I softened the cream cheese earlier too so that it wouldn't be so hard. And of course your whipped topping needs to be thawed. Just scrape down the sides as you go. I think that does it. Then this will be your creamy filling. It's pretty stiff. So you're going to put half of it. Just smooth it on. This cake looks fabulous when it's finished. It's really good for potluck dinners or special occasions or just anything. All right, now make it flat. And then you're going to add cherry pie filling. Just equally all around. Not quite half. You want a little bit more than half for the top so that it will fall over and drizzle over the sides. That's good. Now we're going to put the top back on. Actually, that's the bottom, but that's the top. That makes sense. Okay. And cream it on the top. If it falls down in the hole, that's okay. That'll be good for that person who gets the inside piece. And you don't have to be real fancy with it. It just kind of falls into place. But just get the top of it as flat as possible. There we go. And then we're going to put the rest of the cherries on. We're going to chill this, and again, this is something that will keep for days in the refrigerator as long as you keep it covered airtight. The cake will stay nice and moist, and the cherries, everything just stays really well. Now, how cool is that? Very colorful, and that's a tall cake. Next time you have something special to make one of these. It'd be great for a shower or just anything. And then just gently let it fall over the side. Let gravity take its force here. Last one.
Our Mountains is sponsored by Frontier Nursing University, educating nurse midwives and nurse practitioners through distance education. The Kentucky Bankers Association, your association, our Commonwealth. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, a community foundation helping donors make meaningful investments in Eastern Kentucky. Learn more at appalachiankentucky.org. Hazard Community and Technical College. Find them online at hazard.kctcs.edu. We had a great cake on the show today too, Mom.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I really enjoyed that cherry
cherry cheesecake.
cheese, apple, whatever.
It's called too pretty to eat cake.
It's not too pretty for me to eat.
That's what iPhones are for. Take a picture before you devour the cake. At least Facebook says so. Speaking of Facebook.
Folks, if you've missed any of today's show or want to see anything that we've ever done before, it's all online. You can check out our YouTube page, our Facebook page, or our website. All that information is there on your screen, and we'd love for you to check all that out. So when you get a chance, go do that.
Please do. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.